Good morning and welcome to our morning meditation. I hope you're having a wonderful week. Today, our meditation will be about meditation and movement again. I invite you to find a space where you can move. It's going to be a little bit of a different type of meditation today because we'll be focusing on some meditation that everyone can do, but the meditation will be directly focused on our children. As always, we'll begin today with a quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson from On Education. From Education. I believe that our own experience instructs us that the secret of education lies in respecting the pupil. It is not for you to choose what he shall know, what he shall do. It is chosen and foreordained, and he only holds the key to his own secret. By your tampering and thwarting and too much governing, he may be hindered from his end and keep out of his own. Respect the child. Wait and see the new product of nature. Nature loves analogies and not repetitions. Respect the child. Be not too much his parent. Trespass not on his solitude. But I hear the outcry which replies to this suggestion. Would you verily throw up the reins of the public and the private discipline? Would you leave the young child to a mad career of his own passions and whimsies, and call this anarchy of respect for the child's nature? I answer, respect the child. Respect him to the end, but also respect yourself. Be the companion of his thought, the friend of his friendship, the lover of his virtue, but no kinsman of his sin. Let him find you so true to yourself that you are the irreconcilable hater of his vice, and the imperturbable slighter of his trifling. Today, I would like to send out our intention and goodwill to our children. Many of our children, which most of us or a lot of us don't realize, are really confined in small spaces right now. Whether they're in a small apartment or a small house, especially our inner city children, which really reflects a high number of our minority children, um, are in buildings that in the inner city that don't necessarily have any greenery or any grass, places for them to play or to be. I want to invite us to speak out loud and to remember our children who are, um, all of our children, but those especially who are confined in spaces that are not particularly uh, positive for them to have a good, healthy experience with nature, and so that's we can look forward to that. I offer that up as our space today. As I've said in the past, in many traditions, it is a good thing to voice out loud what our intentions are. And so now I invite you to voice out loud your intention that you have where you are, and to also, if you would like, to enter it into the comments as we share those intentions in community. We speak of those intentions that we carry in our heart as a sign that we are connected to the greater world around us. I now bind what has been said and made known to us, what has been said out loud, and what has been held in our hearts, as with the strength, the love, and the charity of this community that we gather. Again, I want to remind you to find a place where you can adjust your body, find a space where you can move as we do our meditation today. Our meditation or reflection will be a little bit on the lighter side. It's a little bit of a more fun type of video movement with our children. But again, it's something that we can all use and all do. So I invite you to, again, find a comfortable position where you can be free to move. With that said, we'll start just by warming up a little bit, and we'll do some minor stretches, and before we get started. So again, let's come into prayer position. We'll raise our hands above our heads, and then I will invite you to move your elbows back, and so move your elbows back towards your back, tightening up your shoulder blades, stretching out your chest, and then dropping your arms down to your side. And as you're holding them out, to move a little bit. Don't have to be stiff as a board. Move your arms a little bit, stretch them out, and then we'll drop them down to our sides. And as you're doing this, again, remember, kind of stretch out your chest and tighten up your shoulder blades as we come back to center. Also, if your legs are crossed or if you're in this position, let's stretch out your legs a little bit, and we'll go ahead and roll your ankles like I was rolling my wrists. Roll your ankles a little bit, stretch out your calves, and just get into a nice position where you're comfortable. So today our source of inspiration is Alo Yoga. I invite you to check out their YouTube channel. It is in the description. Alo Yoga has a lot of children's videos or beginners videos, so I invite you to look at that. I also want to remind you to be careful when you're doing yoga. If you're not used to stretching, if you were used to stretching and you have been sitting in a chair quite a bit, which a lot of us have been lately, more than usual, then to be careful on how you're stretching and moving. This particular video does have some movements where you would probably be sitting on the floor. But if you're not somebody who can get on the floor or can do the movements in their fullness, invite you to sit in a chair where you are able to move. So, for instance, where they're saying the video offers to sit on the floor, sit in your chair. When it offers to do movements that invite you to, move forward, you can sit in a chair. Right now I'm at a table, but you can just put your hands out here on the table and stretch in that way. If it's a standing position, I always want to remind you that, stand when you're standing next to a table or a chair where you can, brace yourself and make sure that you're able to fully be safe and secure. Because there's no benefit to any type of meditation or reflection if you're straining or you fall, hurt yourself, or anything like that. So as we'll begin as always by breathing together. We'll take some deep breaths, and then we'll go ahead and I'll start the video, and we can do that together. I'm going to try to do the overlay again. Last week the overlay didn't work, so you couldn't see me, but we'll see if that works, and then we'll go from there. So this meditation is called Be Flexible Animal Yoga with Koya Webb, and again, these videos are available to you at any time. So let's begin by breathing together. And as always, we'll take a nice deep breath from your abdomen, from your chest, fully inflating your torso, and then hold it for just about 2 seconds, and then Exhale, and again, as you're exhaling, again to tighten up your abdomen, tighten up your chest, loosen up your chest, tighten up your abdomen, and relax into that full exhale. So we'll begin. Inhaling, and we'll hold it 1,000, 1,000, and exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale.
Hi, I'm Koya, and today we're going to do animal yoga. And yoga, most of the poses are inspired by animals. And now we're going to bring the animal back into the yoga. So we're going to do these poses so that you feel like you're having fun. It's going to be fun, it's going to be energetic, and just do what feels good in your body. So even if you've never done yoga before, this is going to be a fun, easy way for you to get started. So first we're going to start in butterfly pose. Bring your hands to your ankles. Inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, relax your shoulders back down and around. Inhale, lift your shoulders up to your ears. And exhale, back down and around. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back down and around. Inhale, just breathing. And exhale, down and around. Nice. And then bring your hands back to your ankles, and you're just going to fly your butterfly. So you feel like this easy opening in your legs and your thighs. If you have any type of cramping, you can do a little less bouncing and just find stillness. Nice. And then we're going to bring your legs together, and we're going to twist. So just twist over to your left. Good. And you want to try to get your elbow to the outside of your knee, or you can have your hand on top of your knee. So whatever feels good. Just feel that stretch, that nice stretch in your spine. And then we're going to switch to the other side. Just bring that arm beside your leg, or you can just hug your leg. Whatever feels good to you, hold it there, just twisting the spine. And then come back to the center. Now we're going to transition back to downward facing dog. So pressing through your hands, spread your fingers wide as you can, and then melt your heart towards your thighs and come up high up on your toes. Good. Hold it there and breathe. And now we're going to step up to our hands for frog. Hips down, palms together. Nice. Beautiful frogs. Feeling the openness in your heart. Lift your heart even higher. And then plant your hands down. Go back to downward facing dog. Good. Hold it there. Come high up on your toes and roll all the way forward onto your stomachs. Nice. And now we're going to do cobra. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower down. Just warming up your back. Inhale, lift just as much as you can. And then exhale down. Inhale, lift. And exhale down. All right. Tuck your toes. Bend your knees. Back to downward facing dog. Good. Hold it there. All right, so in dog, you can wag your tail from right to left, left to right. Nice. Hold it there. And then slowly come back down. Inhale, up. Slowly inhale, lift up. You can just hold it here for cobra, or you can transition to swan by bending your knees and bringing your head towards your feet. Hold it there. One more breath, and then slowly come down. Place your hands underneath your head, and let's just take a little rest. Slowly relax your forehead on your hands. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. Another deep inhale. And exhale, sigh it out. And slowly plant your hands down and press yourself back up. Downward facing dog. Hold it there, hips back. Nice. And then slowly inchworm, walk your feet up 1 inch, and then your hands up 1 inch. Feet up 1 inch, hands up 1 inch. Feet up one more time, hands up one more time. Now let's inchworm on back. Inchworm, hands back, feet back. Hands back, feet back. Inch by inch, one by one, and hold it there. Nice, hold it there. One more breath, and then walk back forward, come back into your butterfly. So sitting down. Nice. Holding on to your ankles, lift your heart. Take a deep inhale and exhale. All right, from butterfly, we're going to transition to rabbit. So just lift your arms up. Send that energy through your arms, palms facing each other. Wiggle your fingers. Let your ears sway from side to side. Those big rabbit ears to the left and right. Take a deep inhale, lift the arms up, and just let your rabbit ears flop forward and down. Take a deep inhale, and exhale, sigh it out. Another deep inhale, and exhale, sigh it out. And slowly round up 1 inch at a time. Inhale your arms up. Exhale your hands to heart center. Thank you so much for joining me. You can do these poses anytime. Take your animal yoga wherever you go, whenever you feel stressed or whenever you feel upset or angry. Just come back to your animal poses and have a good time. Feel good in your body, feel good with your breath, and I'll see you next time.
May the goodwill that we hold in our hearts, may the energy that we've just expelled help us to come to a place where we can rest in just now a bit of silence, to just slow ourselves down and to relax into the space that we're in as we share these next few moments of silence. And may we say together, blessed be. Again, I want to thank you for being here today. I want to invite you to let me know if you have any uh, suggestions, comments, concerns, questions about the meditation practices that we're doing. What I'm trying to do is each month I'm going to make little changes, so we'll kind of stay the same. If you've noticed, for the month of March, we had one flavor. I was just learning what I was doing. April kind of settled in. May have a little bit more structure with, the oracle cards on Monday, the guided meditation on Tuesday. Wednesday's been media. Thursday has been movement, and then Friday has been other UU ministers sharing their spiritual practices. So next month in June, we'll start with something a little different flavor of this. I don't know exactly what that's going to look like, but I invite you, if you have any suggestions or comments, to share those with me. Always, I invite you to keep moving, keep meditating, keep reflecting, keep yourself as spiritually, emotionally, and physically as healthy as you can. All three of those connect together. As we leave this space, maybe close our time to say that we recognize that there is something greater than us and that we can connect with it at any time. May we say that we send peace into the world, to all people, especially during this time of unrest that we're having across our country, due to some real significant injustice that's been happening. And we recognize that the divine resides in you and me. And if we can start to do that, we'll recognize that there is no way that we should ever be able or capable or want or desire to hurt anyone else, but rather to celebrate the divine in each of them. And may we send goodwill into the world as we say together, Amen, Amin, Shalom, Salam, Namaste, and blessed be.